So a learning community is a type of class where instructors combine two classes together, often for the benefit of the students so that they can do some interdisciplinary learning, more enhanced learning of whatever the learning objectives are, because you're really helping students to make connections between often two different subjects or different types of material that's covered in the class.
Learning communities are very good for helping students learn how to look at the big picture of things and how everything is interconnected with each other. It's very good for students in the sense that they get to meet, students and develop friendships, because that cohort really does create a very friendly environment.
For students, it presents this opportunity as well as a challenge, I suppose, that you have to sort of think with two sort of lenses at the same time. It's not just thinking biologically or thinking as an English reader and a writer, but it is sort of trying to combine those two things.
Some of the pairings we've had is criminal justice with our developmental reading, and we've also had English with career development, which is kind of helping people kind of navigate what their career choices are. One of our popular ones is biology and English literature, which really looks at soils and seeds and all of that through literature. And then finally we have our decision class, which is held every presidential year. But a unique part about that one is that there's a service learning component. So students are able to not only learn about American government, but they can also work on a political campaign and then bring those resources back to class. And they learn the art of debate, and they learn how to write about all the things that they've learned within that concept of a presidential election year.
They wanted us to go out and really get to know how this political process worked. So what I did was I volunteered for a political cause and got the experience seeing all of the polling that happens, all of the surveying, all of the dynamic that goes into a political campaign, and that's really cool. And all the speech aspect kind of came in. You got to communicate to do all that, and it's really something that you normally don't do at a daily basis, and it's just a great experience.
So we are here at Klein Creek Farm, which is part of the Forest Preserve District of DuPage County. This is a living history farm that interprets agriculture as it would have been in DuPage County in the 1890s. And I bring the students here from the learning community class so that they can understand the start of agriculture, and so that we can look at where we've gone and where we might go in the future.
The class that I'm taking is a combination of environmental biology and environmental ethics. And I like it a lot because I want to study wildlife biology, and just environmental issues in general are very interdisciplinary. Like, they involve economics, ethics, bio, so really to succeed in my path, I feel like I need to be more well-rounded.
I actually enjoy it a lot because it's almost like the whole aspect of a seminar and a combined classes is that now we're also able to bring in the actual world into this classroom. That's not just something we learn in a textbook, that there's actual real applications for it, and this is it.
If you want to understand the real world, you have to step out into it. And that you can't understand the real world if you spend your time just within the four walls of the classroom.
I think that their level of creative and critical thinking is developed at a much higher level in a learning community. I've had a couple of students come back and say it really was a life-changing experience to be in that learning community, and they've carried those experiences with them as they've gone on to other schools and then sometimes out into the job. For students who have a long-term career path, I think that the critical and creative thinking that they develop, those communication skills that they develop, really changes their perspective and really prepares them well for what they're going to do.